Smith.
Mr Chairman, I'm pleased to take a call on this bill, and firstly to make the point that Labor members should hang their head in shame in respect of their record on industry training. You see, when National came to government, less than 50% of the people that were undertaking apprenticeships 5 years later had acquired any qualification or credit from their program of work. Less than half. And I make no apologies for being part of a government that's about reforming industry training to make sure it's of quality and make sure it's not just bums on seats, which was the driver of policy under the previous government. Now, the Speaker who just resumed his seat has got this ideological block of any organisation other than a public body being able to provide training, and we differ. Can I give the member an analogy? And that is that in my community in Nelson, we have an institute called the Cawthron Institute. Provides excellent science. But under Labor policy, they said we only have science being done at Crown Research Institutes, not Cawthron. And it is this government that says, no, we will provide funding to the Cawthron Institute on exactly the same grounds as a Crown Research Institute. And when it comes to industry training, and I say that Dr Megan Woods has said it's not true, let me be very clear. Under Labor, there was no capacity funding for organisations unless they were a Crown Research Institute, and that the Cawthron Institute was the Cinderella of the science community until we came to government and we said no, it's the quality of the science, not who owns the bricks and mortar. And when it comes to industry training, our government simply says we should contract to provide industry training from whomever can provide quality. Let me give an example. Many of members of this House would have been to the Westport Fishing School. Outstanding institute. Provides training for people in the most important industry in my area. Now, the ideological opposition of members of Labor says, oh, no, because it's not owned by the state, we can't provide that with funding for training. We say that is an ideological block, that is a nonsense, and we should be able to provide funding to organisations that provide training based on the quality of their programs and not who owns the bricks and mortar. We apply that to our science policy. We apply that to upper tertiary education. We provide it to trades training. We apply it to science, because we are a pragmatic government that's about getting the best results for the Kiwi taxpayer, and we're not going to get ideology get in the way of what makes sense.
Mr Chairman.
David Clendon.
Thank you, Mr Chair. I'm pleased to make a few comments on this, what could have been a very good bill.